in wrapping up, I want you to tell us about, paint a picture for us about how movement, how engineering, how photography, all tied together, how cycling all kind of tied together to something that you want to do in the future. How does it add value to that thing that you want to do in the future?
All right, that's a good question. Um, well, I think that starts off with defining, in the future what I want goal wise.
Hmm.
In terms of movement, really the only, two or three specific goals I have are, keep climbing mountains, become a marathon runner consistently, not just one marathon. I'd love to one day, if I can avoid getting stupid during hill sprints, one day, run a sub 3 hour marathon. I may be crazy for saying that but that'd be fun. And then start. It's a style of mountain bike racing that it's basically downhill stages, but it's called enduro racing. I'd love to start doing that, um, which involves probably losing some brain cells to be able to do the kind of things that you got to do on a bike to win those races. But tying all that together with photography and engineering and everything else is ideal life means probably finding a good balance between those and realizing, okay, my job is great. I do appreciate where I work, and I definitely do not hate my job. Um, but that's for me personally. This might be different for other people, and they may care more about their job than running a marathon. But for me, my job is not who I am, and as soon as I recognize that, okay, well, I give 100% effort when I'm there, and I do it to the best of my ability. But that's not who I am. So if something goes wrong, it doesn't really bother me. When things go right, it's fun. And then photography, it's kind of this weird middle ground of like, well, photography is fun and I love doing it. And the goals are basically, just keep having fun with photography, keep taking wedding pictures, pictures of couples, cool pictures, all that. And then you have the movement side of, okay, well, I have these future goals. I need to be deliberate now. I need to avoid getting hurt, realize that, okay, I don't know really if even much about Strava, but you do.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, well, understanding that it irks me so much that people can see my times on Strava, and it makes me want to go out, and when I can run, it makes me want to run every mile at a 7 minute pace, or yeah, every mile at a 7 minute pace there. And realizing you can do that, but training wise, that's not good for you. You're going to do more damage than good. And so I have to go out there and slow down and know this is for a long term goal. I know I can go faster, but I'm being counterproductive by going faster. And that gets in a whole different nerdy section of training. But realizing, you're training, you're not competing when you train. And then the engineering enables, kind of everything else to happen in my book.
Yeah.
Engineering is nice and fun, and it's nice that it's not 8 hours a day where I'm just completely drained and I don't want to do anything because I'm so stressed out.
Hmm.
It is incredible and a huge privilege that that's not a problem for me.
Yeah.
But in my book, I'm committed to that when I need to be committed, but otherwise it's just enabling the rest of life to happen.
Yeah. No, man. Look, that is. I can think about, we've got, and you've been in terms of education, you've kind of had this experience. I can't emphasize what you just said enough, is understanding that what you do is not necessarily a reflection of who you are in terms of what you do as a profession or a career. But it does oftentimes provide that fuel, or like I said, enables us to go chase our passions. Um, and I remember, I was talking to someone about this. Like, I'll never be a concert pianist, all right? But if I really wanted to play the piano, there was nothing wrong with practicing like Mozart, right? I mean, there's nothing wrong with practicing like Bach, but understanding that, look, this is a passion of mine. It's just going to add value. It's going to give me some endorphin release. It's going to give me some confidence. Um, you bring an engineer's mindset to a lot of the things that you do, which allows you to continually press forward, to kind of continually push that flywheel. And it's easier to do that because now it's not an uphill battle. You've kind of flipped the game a little bit, right? You flipped the game because you're pushing downhill. You understand that you understand the demands of the job. You understand what your job represents for you. So it is not, it's not an uphill battle. It's downhill because you can take all that energy. You can take the positive feedback that you get, whether it's indoor racing, running, photography, climbing mountains, and you can use that as fuel to keep pushing that boulder downhill, which is awesome. So, man, thank you for spending some time with us today. Thank you for giving us the ability to show up for you, and the privilege of doing that. Keep moving well, living well, and doing amazing things.
Awesome. Thanks, Kenny.
You're welcome.